Underground dialogue, we gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue, we gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.
What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino.
And it's your boy Keith Stove.
And your girl Cliche.
We got a twist on it today, y'all. Y'all are tuned in another episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast where the name speaks for itself. And man, look, man, let me tell y'all something. She already done. Ain't no bean spill because y'all know who this is, first of all. But we have so many artists that have come through the city of Houston, man, and so many people that have done it on a high level. But I would say this, and I always make sure that I mention this in reference to this sister that's sitting with me right now. It ain't too many people that have done it longer and stronger than she has done it, male or female.
Come on,
we have watched her evolution from being an artist to being a community leader, to being a mother,
a semi-preacher.
You gotta make me cry.
Mentor. And one of the most respected H-Town legends to come out of our city in this music business. We got the one and only Miss Houston Cliche is in the house, man. What's going on?
Bro, you about to make me cry on the
intro. You wouldn't be the first person to cry. You wouldn't be the first.
Oh, for real? Man.
We almost changed the show to the Underground Cry Log at one point. About 2-3 weeks in a row, the guests cried. So, yeah.
But it's so real when you're being honored by a legend, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing for me. You know, honored by a legend and someone that actually kind of seen the journey. You know, it's kind of like, you know, even though I'm your little sis, I'm just like probably like a little decade younger than you. But when I came in, that's why people be confused. Like, hey, how you was back rapping with the, I'm not. I wasn't, but when I did kind of like the end part of the 90s. You know, I mean, was that the 90s or the 80s? That was the end part. Yeah, like 90s when I came in with you. Like I remember the year because I had videos you on my Hustle Hard DVD. 2007, if I'm mistaken.
At McGregor?
2006 or 7, we was at McGregor Park. I have it on tape. I'm like, I need to be on. Okay, I'm gonna let you get to it.
No, just you. Yeah.
It's just so real. I'm just in a good space right now, and you know that came from a place of man, just to be here. And when I say here, I'm not talking about physically, but yes, thank the Lord, physically. But just to be here mentally where I am, and I feel full while I was on my way even coming, you know, here to even just talk to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel full. It's been a long time since I felt like this, and and to be honest, I've only been feeling like this for like 2 months.
Right.
From with, you know, the last past 3 years of losing my dad, you know, but I ain't gonna get sad in this, but you know, and his birthday, happy birthday to my daddy, R.I.P. to my daddy, Wayne West. Yes, his birthday was yesterday.
Oh, man, salute.
I still gotta go do my garden, and I built a little garden thing out there for him. But since that tragedy for me, like I was, everybody know I
was out of there for a minute.
I mentally just didn't want to fool with the end. The first thing I dropped was the industry.
Right.
That's the first thing I dropped because I was like, I don't need no triggers. I don't care. I just got off of Judy Justice with this boy. I'm at the student. People be playing in the game. I can't deal with no triggers right now because I'm going to lose it. And not just on for myself to anybody, please. So let me remove myself. And I just step back for a minute, which was good for me too. And then God put something else on me in January. Boy, and I'll tell y'all about that later, but he put something else on me that got me where I'm at right now. He did that. I didn't do it. Because I didn't ever think I'd really be happy again. For real.
Wow. Well,
you know, like I smile at you. Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, it takes wisdom to understand that I do need to step back because we operate in the industry that we come in knowing it's dirty. But we go in anyway.
I'm ready for it. You gotta
like
have
we can kind of navigate through it, but then when it smack us up a little bit, we kind of feel different about it. So to know, let me pull back and get my mind together because life be getting in the way of things like that. And then I wanted to go into that, with your dad, because a lot of times people will just give it all the way up instead of taking a hiatus.
Yeah.
So when that situation tragically occurred, I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember the process you was going through.
Yeah.
But to see you standing up now, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like your dad would be proud that you got back up and got
definitely.
back up.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm trying to hold his back right now. But most definitely he would.
Yeah.
He would. And that was his energy too, the energy that I have. So, upbeat, positive, baby, go do your thing. He told my mama when he was pregnant with me, he was like, that's my star.
With you?
My mama was pregnant with me. Well, if she was pregnant, he was pregnant. They was one. They was married. They was one.
Yeah.
So he told her when she was pregnant with me that, like, that's my star right there. You know what I'm saying? And my mom always told me that story. You know what I'm saying? That he always said that. And then just so happened, ironically, I come out. Is it ironically? I don't know. But I come out and I just
ain't no such thing as coincidence.
I'm my own star.
So you got your energy from the dad side, because I always wondered. I was like, man, Clee don't never get. I'm sure you get tired. You'll never get tired.
Say that.
Because it's like I'm a laid back dude, and I get in my process where I'm getting down, but sometimes I'll be like, I don't feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? You seem to always be energy on 10 in a positive way. So that would that come from the combination or just?
I'm gonna say it's a combination, but I'm gonna definitely say a lot of it definitely came from my daddy, because my daddy was like, he was an artist, but if you seen him, you would never not know that. Like, he wasn't an artist, but he loved Michael Jackson, so his whole Michael Jackson kicks, the whole rundown, and he was the energy, the life of the party. That was always my daddy. So I guess that just naturally came. But my mama was right on in the middle, sang it, get crunk and dance. I just come from that as far as my mom and my dad, my immediate family right there, with them always loving music, dancing, good spirit, good energy. So I like to say that one of my gifts, like I know a lot of people know that my gift is like rapping and writing and stuff like that, but my ultimate gift is my energy. That's a gift.
I
and
agree.
It's different, because I had to realize that alone, that God gave me an energy that give people life. Because even when I'm not even trying to give the energy, bro, it's people like, oh, thank you so much, man. What you said gave me life. I'm like, I ain't even did
like what I do.
But it's the right. And I've heard that so much that made me realize that that's my gift.
Man,
that's just what I do.
ain't never think of that. I never thought of that, but that is a gift, because like I say, some people just don't feel like it doing. I don't feel like doing, but that is because
even when I don't
transferred.
feel like it.
Yeah, right.
People are still getting life when I feel like I ain't got none.
Right.
That part, that be throwing me out and throwing over my head, because I'm like, nah, like, look, y'all, I ain't feeling all that. But I guess my realness, when I say that, and I'm like, I ain't feeling all that, and I say it gives somebody life. Like, man, she's so rich. Like, man, you
just being you.
Yeah, I'm just being me. You inspired me. Like, man, I'm not dealing with this. And they like watching, and it's giving them life or giving them confidence or something, even when I feel like I'm in my lowest, and I feel like I just don't have the energy to give y'all. And I said this to people before, and I'm like, look. I ain't got the energy to give y'all no more right now.
Yeah.
I done said it, but it was still giving them energy in life when I feel like I ain't had
because a lot of times it's in the words. See, a lot of artists, people also, but just artists, they have a restriction on how they present their art. So it's certain things in certain areas that they not gonna go into and expose about themselves.
Right.
So if you come out and you just passionate and saying,
I'm
going through this, I'm tired.
I do it.
Somebody's watching that don't have that in them to do that, and it's motivating them. It's inspiring them. So that is a gift,
And I tell you this because I can be just being me. My transparency, like, that feels me. And it might sound odd to other people. I have a real big problem with keeping things quiet or being private, which there are some things we should keep, to ourselves.
Yeah.
And, I try, but I and I believe this was true. At one point, but wisdom came after.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like, me being transparent was to help others, too, as well as it was feeling me. So it was working both ways.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was something that all my life that I do, like, be real about it and tell, like, don't let just people just see the good parts of you. It's just like social media. Everybody want to post the pretty pictures when they got their makeup on, their hair done type stuff, or when they got their jewelry on their neck or something like that. But see, I purposely did like lives and videos. Now, I ain't trying to go and make my hair be all over my head, but I might have woke up and I just ain't called my hair, I ain't got no makeup on, I did all that, because I really wanted to make all my fan base and other people that seen me be able to relate to me and know that I am you, you are me, and we are one, right? OJ, Wicked Cricket, right there. But seriously, I wanted them to not feel like they look so much up to me that I'm much higher or bigger than them. Like, this was something within me. I ain't have to share with nobody else, but I did it because my fans share so much stuff with me behind the comments in the DMs. You know what I mean? And then I want people to know so you can relate that I ain't no different than you.
Come on.
And you can do the same thing that I do. Do you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just do you. Don't compare. Don't worry about comparing yourself to other people and this and that. Like, and don't get me wrong, y'all don't get mad at me, but y'all know what's up. Like, so my friend, we take a picture. Oh, girl, I take a picture. I got my hair done. I don't care. They be like, how you like the picture? It's cool, girl. Just post it. If I took the picture, you could do whatever you want to do with it. Like, because that's what we're missing. And before it even was social media was as big as it is now, but that's what we're missing today because everybody
everybody want to be Superman and Superwoman. We're not Superman and Superwoman. The human side is the relatable side.
We come from an era where everything was real. The titties, the booties, the baby hair,
the forehead,
the eyebrows. We weren't arching like that even back then. I'm just saying, I come from that era too. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a little bit younger, I'm saying, let me be honest. I'm grown. I'm 44, y'all. I'll be 45. See, I say that with pride because, see, that's another thing that I just told a lot of these women at the Hustle Vita event is that don't let people make you feel bad just because you rapping and you're not 17. I'm not 17 no more. So I'm not rapping like I'm 17. I'm not trying to be. And I'm not trying to be in competition with a 17-year-old. You can be my child. I'm not finna do that. I'm finna motivate you, sister. Come on, baby. Get it up. Do your thing. Come on now. I'm the juice. You feel me? So if anything, you go get something go sip some of this juice. And so you can be great at what you do, but do it your way. That's it. But they always try to say, and they don't do this to y'all. I gotta say this. They don't say, oh, bruh, you 50 years old, you still rapping. They don't do that to the men as often. They do it more so to the women. How old is you? 30 something? No, baby, 40. And let me put, because one girl yelled out, she was like, what, you 30? I said, no, 44. So even to top it out, but I say it with pride because I'm thankful for every year that God bless me. Who am I to take away the blessings that God have gave me? Y'all is retarded in this rap game, if I can say that. They retarded in this rap game to take away the blessings and the gifts that God has given them, their natural beauty, their age. Every year they God has blessed you to take that away to look like something just to fit in an industry that don't give a about you. Right. Like that part.
Right.
Ooh.
You remember we was talking about, I forgot who we had in here, but we was talking about that with the old rapper, young rapper stuff. And it was like, dude, a lot of those guys that felt that way, they kept waking up. And next thing you know, they was 35, 38.
Exactly.
So they had to understand that your skills don't diminish because you get older. You actually have more to say.
Jules, you got more to bring to the table. You actually got something to say in your music and your chant or whatever you call it today. I mean, you got something to say, and then you realize how important it is with what you say. And you realize that it's important.
And it hit harder. Like, you got that song with Point Blank where it brings chills to me every time.
That over? Oh, man.
I won't think it over. Because you never know when it's over.
Come on, man.
When you be standing when it's over. And tell my brothers on the cone. When you be here for your child, I have a shoulder to lean on. When you be standing
See, look, we got a free performance.
I got some of my words, but I'll fake it out all the way to the end.
But the deal is that's a perfect example of what makes you great. Because I don't think that from the time I've been knowing you, I don't think you have ever wasted a word artistically, meaning no doubt about it. Because I think that everything you say you mean it. You know, it's like this coming from a place like I could say it, if I wrote it 10 years ago, I mean it 10 years from now.
Yeah.
You know, and I still had the same passion about it. You know, you just said something a few seconds ago, but I was thinking about this on the way over here because you got a song where you was talking about not being in competition with these other chicks rapping and all that.
Yes.
And so talk about the importance of that because you started so young that you came from the era when it was a lot of female rappers. Then you went through the era where it wasn't hardly none, maybe Nicki, and that was it. Now it's a whole new breed.
It's like all about the females rapping now. Too.
You seen it. So what do you think about that in terms of how a lot of people try to pit the females against each other instead of looking at it like, well, everybody can get what they get out of this?
Right. Okay. So, you put that together good when you take me down the timeline. So let me explain like what I seen as a female rap artist coming up. When it was a lot of females, we're going to say the Queen Latifah, MC Light, the Yo-Yo, shout out to Yo-Yo, MC Light, and them doing their thing. Beautiful sisters, too. That communicate with your girl Cliche, Mia X, shout out to her. These sisters was doing their thing before I ever had an album out. I was rapping, they rapped the Brad, gotta shout out to Brad, the boss, R.I.P. the boss, man, because I promise, like, that sister, she's the top of my top. When I say I used to write down her lyrics and used to rap that, I don't really wanna be man. That was my
give a solitary fuck.
Man, watching, I can't remember the lyrics right now, but that hook, and I remember her in that flannel jacket in that video, and this, man, I'm like, yeah, and that's because I was writing poetry at first, but just giving the timeline to stay on subject, that I was seeing like that. When you say a lot of women, that was a lot of women that I seen at that time. And then when I started putting mine together, see, Brad was out there at this time then. You had your Queen Pen stuck her head in the game a little bit during. I remember Queen Pen, she had a dope single out too. You know what I mean? You had the Emils, with the Jay-Z, the Foxy Brown, Lil Kim's, you know. And that wasn't a lot now. It was more when I first seen them, the Queen Latifah, MC like Yo-Yo, the Rage, all them. Then it kind of pulled back, and then it was a few. Then I'm saying just a few of them. Then I noticed it was just one or two. How the industry was doing it, they was like making it now like no, not more than one female can be out at a time.
That's right.
Even though there were multiple of male, because it's a male-dominated industry, right? So even though it was multiple males that was out, they were only allowing like one female to shine like for a decade though.
Right.
Like 10 years, we give it to Kim. This 10 years, they kind of bounced off of Kim and Foxy a little bit, but they gave it really, really to Kim. And then Foxy was my girl too.
Then Eve
then
came
you had
in.
Eve
Yes,
slide up in there, but they gave them like them little they got like the decades, but probably about that 7 year, they'll start sliding the other one in. But it was like one at a time. I was noticing it as a female artist because I'm like, why can they have all these men out here? I say, but only one woman at a time. Like it can't be more than one woman that's out here to shine. And then when more than one woman come into the game, you put them against each other. As you were getting ready to say about the women coming in, they put the women like to battle against each other in some kind of way, like it's a competition. Then like why we can't rap together and be coming together just like all the guys came out representing with each other and they are clicking a team. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that it kind of molded the mindset too to a lot of females to think that way. Like in order to come into the game, I got to be in competition with her because and I felt that, and I was the type of person that loved. I was all women type. Hey, let's do this, because the men, it was like not combatively like really trying to do it like that, but. Hey, it's us against them, this male industry. We better come in this game and let's do this.
Right.
But then when I try to grab the women were stuck in that mindset. And if I ain't, like, I got to kind of be against you to pass you, or they felt envious or jealous of me. And when I was all out to help, because that's my natural nature, I was never, like, in competition with the other female. You know, like, to be honest, the competition to me, I love competition in a good sport way.
Yeah, the
In
righteous
a good sport
competition.
way.
Yeah.
Like, when I say a good sport way, like, your competition, if I see you do something that's dope, oh, man.
I'm motivated.
How can I come back even harder, but not against you?
Right,
you know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
I'm like, oh, that was dope. I like how, okay, I like how she did that. Okay, I know how I need to come next time. And it's not to shine you. I'm really competing with myself.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm competing with myself because I can do something greater. Like, recently, I haven't been doing any clubs or doing anything like that, but recently I had been going out, and I was like, it's a good thing that I've been going out. I've been out a while, but I'm listening to what the DJs are playing in the club, and I'm seeing this, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I need a beat like that since this is what they playing in the club to give them, but I'm gonna still do it my way.
Right.
But because I learned some things from dating a DJ at one point of a time about, you know, how they playing their songs in the mix and how the beat, the tempo, and the sound gotta still go inside. You know what I'm saying? They might like my song, but then my beat don't really go with the beats that they playing. So I understand that now. So I'm not mad at the DJ for not wanting to play my song because I understand how the mix from my experience. You know, at time, wisdom, the juice. You feel me? I got some and I've learned some. So I'm like, okay, I need that. So now I can start, you know, woo-woo. But I ain't been in that zone lately, but I am now. So, hey, cliches back. I can say that because when they used to tell me, oh, you back rapping like back before I never left. What you talking about? They never left in the game. Like, they gonna tell me nothing, but I chose to leave that time, though. So I'm back. No, I'm back this time, though.
But and again, like I say, you back from a
whole
all
different
in
place.
mentally.
Oh, yeah, that part when I say I'm back into me. Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of times when God gives you the gift, even at what we believe to be our worst, we still great. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's automatic. You know what I'm saying?
That's how like Mary J. Blige when she heard the most is when they do the best music. I had asked Kay a couple weeks ago. I said, how's Cliche doing? Because I know you're so transparent on your social media. And I had seen like these last couple years has been up and down and all around. So when you came in, you already answered half the questions I had already said. I had in my mind, but that was one of the main ones. I was like, how your sister doing?
Thank you.
Because I know that got to be up and down and all around.
It is.
So what is the stuff you use in the cope? Is you going through the music to use that as the transformation now?
I'm gonna tell you, like I said in my positive song, y'all check that out in the video, it's out. I say I'm trying to use music, but I'm still like, you know what I'm saying? I tried everything, but that was the first time ever I wasn't able to use music to fix that. You know what I mean? Because music has always been my therapy, and I would always write. That's why you hear my life, you hear my stories through all of my albums. I can personally go back and I start listening through all my music, and it takes me to the place that I was at mentally or where I was at physically. You know, when I was doing all this, I'm like, God, take me back and look over my life. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to my albums, in the time, in the age I was, and just like, ooh, oh man, but the music take me there. So when I went through what I went through this time with my dad, that was something I never been through in my life. And music couldn't fix that one. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Music, I ain't even want, man, no.
Listen, it's crazy when it's unexpected like that. My dad's the same way. Unexpected, we didn't know how that happened. It just happened, and you had to deal with it. Had to go through his house. Had to deal with all that stuff. Believe me, if anybody understand, I understand on that one. Dad, losing that dad that was like this.
I was close to my dad. I was a daddy's girl. You know what I mean? And like also like for me, it was Jada is gonna keep on just calling everybody about it. Oh my God, it's distracting. Okay, so in my mind, for like when it came to the music and dealing with what I dealt with in life during that time, I didn't know what could fix it because I never been through this before. So I didn't even know how to handle this. And I actually didn't have the control. I didn't have control over myself. So emotionally, the emotions don't care, period, about what you plan, what you thinking you doing. The emotions do not care. So I felt it was a little more safe because at this point, I don't trust myself. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to start any wars, any fights with people and this and that because it's triggers. So the main trigger is this rap industry. That's the first thing. That was a no-brainer. Let me drop that. But I did the song and I did it for me when I did it. And I was like, and I was thinking of it, and the whole time I was doing it, I was really singing a whole bunch of other stuff, and then my conscience was still on me too, and I said, no, I can't say that. I was freestyling in the car, and then I was thinking about Minister Abdul, and I'm like, oh, he gonna say, please, what you said. It was just still on. So that's how I came up with the hook. I never wrote the hook. It was just, I'm sitting in the car, I was like, because I kept hearing him saying something, I was like, I was on all these positive songs, and I don't want to be positive.
Right.
Sometimes I don't want to be positive and just say, fuck it.
Right.
That's how I felt.
Right.
That's how I feel. And that ended up being my hook because that's really how I felt.
Right.
And sometimes I don't want to be positive and just say fuck it. But I know how I gotta live, so I can't say fuck it.
Yeah.
So I can't say it. I can't put this shit out.
That's a
like
beautiful hook.
Like,
yeah, it is.
So I can't say fuck it.
Because the thing is, you've been a counselor, you've been a mentor to people, you've been an advisor, you've been somebody that people come to for words. But one thing that I did hear Dr. Abdul Halim say years ago, he said, who does the counselor talk to when he needs to be counseled?
Yeah.
That part.
So in that scenario, it lets you know that everybody had the moments. I don't care who you are, what kind of work you're doing. You had the moments where I don't feel like answering the phone today. I don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't care if you
don't want to be rude.
I don't care if you're a psychiatrist as a profession.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are a minister as that's your life choice.
Right.
It's gonna be times where you naturally, I just don't feel like it, but you push through.
Yes.
And you make it happen. Your hustle is notoriously known throughout the circles. And we had Candy Red here a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I seen that. I was surprised to see her.
Yeah, we plucked out.
Yeah,
but
it was good to see her, man.
When I asked her, I say, well, where did you learn your hustle game and how to get out there?
Where did you learn the hustle
in
the ground from?
I learned that from the ones that came before me, like Cliche, Dougie D, Showtime, and them. I used to go
Showgrind
on the ground, and your name was the name that one of the names that came up.
Yeah.
So it made sense. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Right,
and you know the crazy thing about what he's about to say? I was researching Beat King, and I was like, what Beat King learned his hustle from?
Yeah.
He learned his hustle from Candy Red.
Who learned her hustle from Cliche. Yeah. So you could see certain fruits that fall from a tree.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we can't see the roots.
I want to share this. Before Beat King was Beat King, I didn't know him. I first met him through Candy Red, bringing him to the studio with me.
Yeah.
In South Park.
Yeah.
She was coming to do a feature on a song with me that I had all the females on, the Pink Stunners. See, I was with Shauna Pat, my girl Chocolate Tie. I will put all my females together to do this stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, majority of them they stuck with me and they did it, but some of them was jealous and envious of your sis. You know what I mean? Just real talking. Then I guess they can't help it because they don't know what to do with the envy and the jealousy. So then it separates what it could have been. And I'm really trying to put on for the city. That's why, I mean, when I say Miss Houston, I'm not egotistically taking that to be something I ain't. When I said I'm going to say Miss Houston, I analyze myself. Can I call myself that? How and why? Do I got the credentials?
Come on.
Can I stand up to saying Miss Houston? Do I hold it down for Houston? Do I put in work in the community for Houston? Am I in there? Am I in it? Come on. I think my track list, my credentials, I said I can do it.
Yeah.
And I did it. And when I did it, it was, man, loved and embraced by many of my fans and my people anyway. And I wasn't doing it, like I said, egotistically.
Yeah.
But now I'm Miss Houston because I think that's something that we kind of losing today in the artistry with some of the new artists. Because the era that we came from, we represented our city as a whole. That's what it was about. Like, we had pride.
Right.
We have pride in our city. You know what I'm saying? And those that came before us, our era, when it was a Fat Pack or a Home, man, I just love this like we do with you, K-Rino. Like, oh my God, K-Rino, you are blah, blah, blah. Not just because I know you that we don't tell you or give you your accolades to say how great of a lyricist, a writer, the mind that you have. And I'm like, man, you know what I told you? I was like, I don't care if you're 85 years old. I don't care. I'm still jamming. So why they hating on you? You listen to 85 y'all rock. I hell so do. And his name is K-Rino.
Man,
you understand that?
Man. And it's getting better every year.
Every year. That's what I'm saying. You crazy not to. Where can you go, like the song that we did? Where can you go where you don't respect your history? I don't know if you remember that one.
No,
back in the game we did that. Where can you go where you don't respect your history?
Right.
I mean, where can you go in life? Any subject matter, any background, any field of work, where can you go where you don't get the history of who you
You're going to hit a dead end at some point.
Exactly.
Because sometimes when we try to push through our own, whatever our scope of knowledge is, we reach a point where it exhausts itself. It's like, I don't know more. So when you get to that point, that's what you got to lean on is history. Let me go back and see how
to go back and
and let me pull something out that's gonna give me a little more gas in the tank to push forward. I don't know what the future holds, so I got to go back and find out how this was done and how this. Yeah. See, your thing with Miss Houston, I never looked at that as a egotist because your representation of the city is what the name, in my opinion, stems from. Because just like you said, the activism, the art, the longevity.
Thank you.
The fact that I have seen male rappers that say you was the influence for them. It ain't restricted to just gender. So in that regard, you have earned more, worked into the right to earn the right to give yourself that title and now make everybody else go, that's really that's really what it is, without a doubt.
And because, then go look at the history. Why they calling her Miss Houston?
Because if you was 19, 18 and just starting off and you call yourself Miss Houston, okay, you wasn't cliche, you Miss Houston, it would just be a rap name that I gave myself. Now it's a title based on work.
The work that has been done.
So that ain't nothing to even, if people don't recognize that, then they are looking for something to say. She trying to that's what you looking for, so it is what it is. With your hustle, I want to ask you this because a lot of people ask me this question. I want to ask you this.
Okay.
I thought about it. Have you ever worked like a regular job before? Because in a time I know I can only remember you grinding music and anything else you did, you was doing it yourself. Anything outside of that, if you had this going on, you was still the boss.
Yes.
Was it ever a time when you worked at McDonald's or?
Never.
I got a couple on my record.
That was never in me. But I will give you this story. When I was 15 years old, my first job was at Steak and Ale. My mom doing what a mother would do, preparing her daughter, get you a job, and do things like that. I worked at Steak and Ale for a couple months or something like that.
You lasted a long time.
Like 15. If it was a couple, I don't know. I got a check or two. And then my mom got me on with her a long time ago. She used to work at JCPenney's in Maryland. And I worked there for like a check or two. And when I say like a check or two or whatever, and I remember getting into it with my mom about this. Because like I was still in school. I went to law enforcement and criminal justice in high school. And then I transferred and went to Worthing. That's how I ended up at Worthing because I was being 15. I didn't want to ride a school bus anymore. So, but I love law. I love all Asians, as people can tell. So, leaving JCPenney's was the argument between me and my mama because you need to work, you need to do this, but I'm trying to go to the studio. Because see, I was my mom would let me go to the studios when she would drop me off at 13 years old to the studio with RQ and Crime Boss.
Man.
Shout out to
Crime Boss. RQ and Crime Boss. Crime Boss, man.
That's my bro. Yes. And I tell him every time, I was like, bro, I still tell everybody like how in my book that I am writing to, I let them know. I really start when I say in the game part of it, it started like with Crime Boss. And Crime Boss, I believe, took me over there with RQ because that's where they were recording it and stuff like that. So I started there. And then from that little era, that kind of linked over into botany. And I got to give a big shout out to D-Red and Head with Botany Boys. Because then Botany Boys, I think that was my first feature, like where people start knowing who Cliche was. And it was just a one-liner. They just needed somebody to come in and say, baby, we stand.
And
that was me. That was my name. D-Red still call me that to this day. And the Head still call me that today. What's up, fam? They're like, baby, we stand. That's where it kicked it off. I didn't even have a verse. And I'm live and everybody knew who Cliche was. And for so go back to the hustle and the jobs. Those were the two jobs that I had I had started off working. But I remember arguing with my mom and telling her, this is not what I want to do. Yeah. This is, maybe that's what you want to do. I'm 16, 17 years old. Trust me, my mama a beast. I got all my beastie from my mama, so she ain't no punk. Now she was like, you gotta do something goddamn around here, this and that. I'm like, look, maybe that's what you do. That's just, I just always knew when I was young, this is not what I'm made to do, to work for somebody else. Yeah. So for myself, I started just I stopped doing it because in my last year of high school at Worthing, I had dropped my first album, Classified Lady. Yeah. Actually, I dropped Classified. My graduation year was 1998 from Worthing, but I dropped Classified Lady in September. I believe it was September of 1998. So right after I graduated. So I was working on that album my last year of school, but because I went to law enforcement and criminal justice, I had more credits than I needed to graduate, but I needed a half a credit of a main credit I needed. Economics that sent me off to graduate later at C. I had to go do CLC after. Yeah. And they was like, hey, you can come and graduate for the summertime. And I'm like, no, just get my diploma. Just give it to my mama. Like, I'm finished. I'm done. I'm gone. Yeah. And in that last year, I went out to California. I was traveling. I didn't have any children in my 20s. So I literally got to live my 20s and pursue my career. So I was able to travel to Los Angeles and New York and Atlanta and meet my homegirl at the time, Miss Soy, and work with her. She ended up getting a deal with Universal. Got to travel with her. My other homegirl, what's up, Soleil? Soleil got she had a deal with DreamWorks at the time. And then bouncing from there to A-Ball and MJG, working with them. And then when they had their deal with J Records with Interscope, and that and they had to go over to Puffy, that kind of threw us off where I never got to release my album with A-Ball and them at the time. But then my brothers and I got to spend much time in many shows and traveling like with them. So when people ask me like who I am and what I do, I would tell them like, I'm the female legendary artist here in Houston that ever dropped an independent record. First. I'm the first. Yeah. Because when I look back, unless y'all can pull it out, but I've been asking people and can't nobody give me a name of any female rapper.
Everybody else was on the label. Right.
And or dropped the album. Who dropped the album before? What female dropped the album in 1998 from Houston?
In the year or before that?
Before 1998.
Well, you know, you had Choice on Rap a lot back in the day. No, they dropped an album. I'm still asking the question. Well, she got an album.
An album? What's the album? I don't know.
Well, Murder had, he loved it.
Look.
He always talk about it.
Let me say this.
She had an album or a single?
No, she had an album.
Really?
Yeah, I had.
I have to say the second.
I owned it. That's why I want to say, like, let me be transparent. We loved Choice back in the days for different reasons.
Yeah, Murder Case I'm talking about.
But yeah, she had a full album on Rap.
No, because I've been asking people, and I'm glad you let me know. So now, let Cliche correct that from being the first female rap artist to the second right now until somebody give me a second one that came after Choice before me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. So when Classified Lady came out, what was that label? What label was that under? That was on you. That was your thing.
I was president of that label.
Okay, so you are first female artist to drop an independent album in and of yourself, not being signed to a label. Okay, so yeah, you hold that distinction. You know, you hold that distinction. Now the crazy part about it, like I would laugh when you saying, this let you know she did work jobs a long time because she said 2 places that Steak and Ale. J.C. Penney, so that was a long time ago.
Ain't no Steak and L's.
Yeah.
I was like,
but you know, we got a similar story, you know, because I knew what I wanted to do, and my mama was saying, my mama was like, look, but this how my mama was. She would say, look, do your music, but have something to follow.
My mama said we went through the same thing.
Just because rap was new. Even in the time you coming up, it was still like it wasn't guaranteed.
Right.
So I ended up getting a job working with my stepdaddy, got me on at his spot. And I hated it because we working from 6:30 in the morning. Like I'm getting up all early. You know, I ain't an early person.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't like it.
I was always late to school.
My mama say, well, you find you another job, you can quit. Now I'm working 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. She said, you find you another job, you can quit. I went and got a job at Rice, right there off Griggs, right there.
Oh, he said Rice.
I'm going. That's how long ago it was. Yeah. You remember Rice?
Yeah, I know the
Rice.
Oh my God. I'm working at Rice. I go from working 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, they might call you in 2 times out the week. I'm working 4 hours a day. I was loving that.
Wow, yes.
My mom was hot. Like, I say, you said if I get another job, I'll quit. You ain't say what kind of job. So I was slick and lazy and trifling, but you know, I knew what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So I relate 1,000%, you know, to that story, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. I remember this guy told me as I was coming up, because I was probably about 12 or 13 in the game at the time, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to help you because I don't want you to be like every other artist." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody trying to make it, because you know I had a mouthpiece too. I ain't listening to nobody, but I just this always stuck with me for years, and I can't remember who exactly told me these words, but he was like, it just stuck with me. Like, I don't want you to be one of the rappers that like don't make it, spend all your time in the music industry and don't never make it. I just always remember that to this day. But like my rebuttal to that today, sir, whoever you are, if you remember telling me that, because I don't remember who you is. But you talking about my rebuttal to that is what is make it to you, though.
Right.
I used to tell that my experience got me to what is make it to you, because you know me making it could be the accomplishments that I've already accomplished, and then I set new goals from there, and then I'm gonna make that happen too, and then I'm gonna make that happen, because at one point it was to get a record deal, this and that. That when the industry first started out with this whole hip hop stuff, everybody wanted to get a deal because that's all we knew. Like, oh, okay, well, let's shop our records, get a record deal and stuff. That was at first, but then throughout the years, and you start realizing like all the work that you're doing, and why am I gonna wait to put something out that I'm working on right now and I have it right here? Why do I have to wait? I have so many supporters and fans, people in the hood that come to the clubs, come to the back of my grandma club. My grandmother owned MLK nightclub, and we used to have talent shows in the back of the club with all the children. Why are we waiting on them? You know what I'm saying, to do stuff? So even before the whole independent came about being popular now with the digital platform, I was already in my mind is like, I'm here. I'm doing it now. You know what I'm saying? And when that game got introduced to me over time into selling my own CDs and going to there, every $10 nigga own the 10. I'm the only motherfucker putting the work in. Say, homie, what you say? I was signing you? Nah, nigga, come and check. I'm still rolling the hoop. Like, you know, like everything I said I went through. So that's why I felt it with so much passion, because I meant that, and I was always talking to or about somebody. Yes, for sure. It was my experience, my growth in the game. But yeah. Guys, settling in myself, putting the whole Classified Lady project together with my boy Rakesh Jacobs. Short Indian guy, everybody should know who he is.
Underrated producer.
If you don't know who he is, you know who he is. He's the one who artist developed Cliche, Zero, the Gorilla. He put the Gorilla together. Trey, all of them. I don't ever hear them really talk about Rock like that, and that's why I'm like, and I know Rock is an humble guy. He'll sit back. He's not even black. And this guy, he's an Indian guy. And that was our house. And when Rock got tired and fed up, he was a little bit older than me. And when, you know, when people kind of push away from the industry, it kind of felt like we was kicked out the house and we didn't know where to go type stuff. That's how I kind of felt like, oh my God, this is the only producer that I work with in-house who taught me how to record and everything, taught me how to do my ad-libs. He taught me song structure. He taught me business structure. He taught me, big shout out to you, Rock, for real. Because one thing that Rock has always told me, and I knew from when I was a young teenage rapper rapping with him, he was like, don't never sign no major. Don't ever sign to nobody. He say, sign to yourself and then do business like that. And I am a rap chick that I never signed to, I'm a major chick that never signed to any major label, if I could say that. Like
so-called major label.
That's what I'm saying, right? Because I'm major regardless of this major. So I ain't never signed to anybody. And even when I did the thing with Presidential Records, so if I work with any other companies, I did joint ventures. But it was all from that key of knowledge that Rock had given me. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that at a young age, 17, 18, 23, 24 with Presidential. You know, and when I worked with Billy and Cynthia Cook, all the different businesses that we did with other people, everything was done like a joint venture. I always made sure I own myself, even to this day.
Right.
Because I don't feel like I'm being restrained.
Yeah, you know? But you know, that's just, to me, that's being a visionary, because even a lot of us, we didn't see that far down the line, because you just hit it on the head. All of us came in, man, we got to send our demo tape to Warner Brothers and Capitol Records and hope they give us a deal, not even understanding in the region that we live in, it was no respect for us. They didn't have no respect. You go back to the 80s, the ghetto boys had to go through hell. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up proving the world wrong and putting that spotlight on us that we could come through. But in the 80s, man, it was zero respect for any rappers because they didn't believe in our intellectual ability to put together songs like that. So, you know, to know that then and to live in this area is such a blessing because the independent game is what taught us the music business. You know, so I look at that and the things that you've done just musically, but to peel off the music into different levels of entrepreneurship. And knowing how to move merch and all.
SPC shoes.
Man.
Oh my God.
Man. Hey, look, I wore my SPC shoes about a month ago because in the fame train. You
are a month ago.
I still got them. I bring them out on special occasions. But yeah, y'all will see them in the movie. But
that's what's up.
Let me ask you this: so, what gives you, in your opinion, the ability to still have something to say musically after all this time? Because some people, to me, they run their course, and it's like
the ability to say
because what happens is it's like some people
that's good though.
They run out of stuff to say,
really,
and then they stop putting stuff out, or
see that sounds
they continue to say the same stuff over and over again.
He put a song. What more can I say?
No, see that's on him. Yeah.
When you said that sounds foreign to me because my brain don't even
process
like
that.
Like who doesn't have nothing to say?
Yeah. If you ain't got nothing to say, you ain't paying attention.
You can't be.
Yeah.
But you ain't living either.
Yeah.
That's what because K say that all the time. He say, I'm just walking to the store. There goes a song.
I'm just saying you ain't living if you ain't got nothing to say.
Right.
You ain't got nothing to say, bro. Yeah. And especially the older you get, you ain't got nothing to say. Because we should have learned some things, been through some things, and be able to put it together. What you mean?
Yeah. And critique it the best way.
Yeah, I don't think I ever run out of things to say.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever run out of things to say. Because for me, music, I was watching, if I'm not mistaken, it's Anita Simone that said this. And it's been circulating on social media too when she said this or whatever, that she was saying that music reflects the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Time changes on different levels. You cracked a joke about Trump here, but look, we're dealing with stuff. We're looking at, we're literally watching and seeing Gaza and Pakistan and all the stuff that we've only maybe heard about or read about in certain books or whatever, if some of us read, but we seeing it in our time now. You know what I'm saying? We seen the crack era. You know what I'm saying? Like so people rapped about it. We seen the formaldehyde era, wet, what we call it down south. We rapped about it. We had the syrup era. We talked about it. So your music reflects the time, the slabs, because before it was the slabs, it's taken back to the Dolomite days. I'm saying before my time.
Rudy Ray.
I've seen it.
Rudy Ray.
I just went to a 70s party too. I think we executed. Thank you, Zeta. So like seeing that time in music, like it could take people that never been there in that space in that time. Listen to Curtis Blow, like his music. I wasn't born in that time, but I can listen to that music and wow myself. I can listen to Michael Jackson in that time when he was all the way back to when he was a little child singing the songs he was singing, love songs at 5. You know what I'm saying? But in that time, it was reflecting the time, and I get a piece of that world through that music. You know what I'm saying? In that time frame.
No doubt. So let me ask you this, because you touched on it a little bit. So do you think, to what degree, because I know the answer is probably yes, but to what degree do you think that the current state of rap influences or has an impact on the current state of our condition as people out here? Because we know that art imitates life, and then sometimes life starts to imitate art. But everything we see, like we just saw the guy, Lil Ronnie, that got killed, and I don't know if you heard about that. You heard about that?
Lil Ronnie?
Lil Ronnie, I think
from Dallas?
San Antonio. I can't remember. I don't want to say the wrong thing. But he just got murdered yesterday or the day before, and he had his 5-year-old daughter when they
I did see that on social media. I didn't know his name.
And so my question always is
that too, because it's like, this what we're doing.
Right. This is what we doing. So a lot of people blame the hip hop culture for stuff like that. I don't, because I know that kind of stuff been going on before we was born.
Yeah.
But how much do you think a lot of our music contributes to that? Because I do believe to some degree that it does.
I think I give it 50-50.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that because I'm going to give it 50-50 because we rap what we see and what we experience. Yeah. And then some of us experiencing what you hearing other people rapping because you're trying to live it.
Try to live it.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say 50-50 with that. But I think the way we're living is first.
Yeah.
Because even if you're listening to the music, you hearing something that's affecting the way that you live it.
Yeah.
So it goes to the way we live it, man. I don't think you can just blame it on rap.
Right.
But rap definitely has something to do with it. And not just rap. I'm going to say all genres of music because you got to put that in there too.
Come on.
I'm going to say all genres. Because my daughter listened to these people that I don't even listen to. They call themselves, I don't know what they call themselves, like gothic rock and different stuff. And then I said, here's stuff they saying. My daughter don't even know what she's singing, but the girl's saying, I wish you were gay or some song. And I think it's Billie Eilish or something like that. But she listens to these artists and I'm listening now. That's making me tune into what they're saying, even in their songs. And saying, I'm like, don't rap no shit like that. I'm telling her, I just got to be real. My kids get cussed. They understand. I'm like, don't be singing that shit. I say, no, she's just saying it. She's just saying she wished the guy was gay. I was like, but why she wish he was gay? He was gay, so we gotta break it down. She wished he was gay because she wished she had a gal. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. I'm just saying, think about what you're singing though. And this is what I be telling her, and I give it to her raw like that to make her look at it like, okay, well, I was just singing the song. That's they comeback. Everybody just say they were just singing the song, but we know that a thought turns into an action, right? And the way of living. Like, and let me tell you this. One of my sisters said this from South Park, said a long time ago. I had asked her, she's gay. And I just really, I'm not judgmental. I don't care. I care about my people, but I don't care what your preference is. That's something you got to deal with. I'm not judgmental for that, but I'm not with it, so please don't try to holler at me. But I'm saying, like, I asked her because I really want to understand what be in people's minds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, sis, like, how did you know you was gay? Right. You know, we're going into the subject right now, but this real talk. Maybe let's talk about it now. And she gave me some real stuff that stuck with me. So she hears, she know where I got it from. I said, how'd you know I'm gay? She said, man, Clint, let me tell you something. I knew I was gay when I was 5 years old. Because I used to say, you ain't born gay. You ain't such and such and something. But she broke something down and made me respect something, though. And then I later came to learn by being a part of the Nation of Islam too. And she said, I knew I was gay when I was 5 years old. She said, I didn't know what it was. She said, but I knew at 5 when we was at recess, I liked that little girl right there. And I'm like, wow. She said, yeah, I knew what everybody told me to do. Boy and the girl supposed to be together. And so I did that. She said, but I knew that I still like that girl. Right. You know, something in her. Hormonally, whatever that is, right? It was something in. But at this time, I didn't have the teachings of the Nation yet. But I remember her telling me this, and then she said, Clint, let me tell you something. She said, all this shit these girls doing out here, they ain't gay. She said, they ain't gay. She said, they just doing stuff. This is a gay person telling me that what they doing out here, they ain't gay.
Right. Yeah.
She said, because if you wasn't gay when you was, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't a part of you, you knew you was gay when you were little type thing, and all of a sudden, you've been all the way up to 40-some years old, and now I decide.
Yeah, you experiment.
That's what, and I think she said something similar to that. I can't say verbatim, but she was like, they out here experimenting. They just doing stuff they think it's cool or a trend, passing the trend. Yeah. They ain't gay. Like, she was representing her real gayness, like, because I've been on this since I was a child because this and that. What they doing is not that. Yeah. And I remember they had, back in the days, we called them dykes or butches or something, you know, you could distinguish the one that want to be more male-ish. And not to offend none of my gay people. Y'all do y'all. But I'm telling y'all what I see. So the male, the girl that's supposed to be the male, and then the girl that's supposed to be girl. Now, you got two girly girls that's very beautiful and pretty. Real pretty. And then they together. Then you have the male looking girl, I guess they call them the studs, that's with a pretty girl we know, so that's normal. Male, female look. Then you got a stud that I seen also with another stud before. I don't understand. And I don't understand.
I've never seen that one
then
before.
You have then you have the gay guys with the other gay guys, but both of them cute. I don't understand this. Y'all don't be mad at me though, but I'm just telling y'all what I'm saying. Maybe y'all explain, y'all help your sister out.
You know what was funny to me? I ain't never get this one. Kim Kardashian dad, they wanted to dress like the woman.
Yes.
But want a woman.
Yes.
Oh, Bruce Jenner.
Yeah,
I seen him now. He's a whole woman now.
But he want another woman.
So I can't talk about that without seeing what I learned over time from the Nation of Islam from our brother Minister Louis Farrakhan. And what we learned was there was an experiment that was done with these scientists that actually they were putting things that was out in the ocean, in the water, and all that stuff like that too. That was turning. I'm gonna use the frog situation. Right. The frog, that turned the frogs.
They
private part, into a female. The male frog started having female parts and was able to start kind of like producing eggs and stuff like that. And the frogs, and like the minister say, who do you think they're experimenting this for?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you look at the dynamics of today in the human beings, and you seeing a lot of our youth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the same sex. I was just in the club, like I said, I recently was tapping into the club to kind of see what the world kind of like again. And then
it's crazy.
It's full of clothes. All the dudes is the chicks, homeboys that's girly, and all the girls is dancing with girls. There's no more dudes and girls dancing together in the club. So that's foreign for me from my area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And you can't dance without
That's
doing
what
this.
made me leave.
It's foreign. You can't even have a good. And then another thing, digital world. Let's jump off y'all for a minute and come into the digital world. Digital world, like you say, people are here. They're not even experiencing what's here. K-Rino, I'm touching y'all in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we so caught up.
Everybody in their own movie.
Yeah, everybody
in their own movie. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that has a lot to do with the problem with the self-esteem, self-confidence in ourselves, and people being suicidal because people they don't really know what's real anymore. They lose their connection with what's real, or connection of the truth that there is a God out here in this world. There is a God. There's someone, to connect to, because they're connecting to falsehood.
And you're missing out on
online bullying.
Yeah.
Because I never could understand online bullying. And all
right, like how you bully somebody online, nigga.
Right. I forgot who I was having that conversation with. And
we came from the world of real bullies, nigga.
Who was I just talking to? I was just talking to somebody, and they was trying to make me understand how it can be real. And they made some points, because I was joking. I was like, man, can't nobody in Idaho be making me feel bad about myself, and I didn't know this cat. But I forgot who it was. He broke it down the way I say. I guess so, because it's more so speaking of this era who don't go outside like we used to go outside.
Here. They're stuck on falsehood.
But we went outside. And like Clee say, our bullies was right there.
We were fighting them.
Yeah.
You got beat up, or you beat them up.
That's when you build your confidence.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's when you know your limits.
Yeah.
And to your point, because that chemical that you was talking about, they use with the fraud is called atrazine.
Okay.
And it's like a gender bender type of thing. And like the minister say, anything that they do on rats, monkeys, whatever, is for the purpose of trying it on humans. So a lot of the prenatal stuff, a lot of them say, okay, well, this is what you need. This is what they are already gender bending in the womb.
Wow. Through our foods.
Yeah, so you got to be real careful.
The water we drink, the water we bathe in, everything.
Yeah.
There was something recently I just seen too online that they were saying, it was something about putting on your skin. And I've been hearing a long time ago about the lotions and stuff.
It wasn't the Puff Daddy baby oil. No, just
for real. But no, it was, because I'm just gonna say, even the baby oils and things like that we put onto our bodies is having those chemicals infused in them that's already causing cancer, causing the hormonal changes in people, all that different type of stuff. Like, but we don't know about it yet. We get it later on down the line, the information, but it's real out there. And because we have social media now, there ain't no excuse for us to be saying we don't know no more.
Come on now.
It's like that baby powder.
Come on now.
They were causing all that cancer.
And you think they only doing it with baby powder?
And deodorants, they got aluminum. It's all different, because now you got Alzheimer's and dementia. They are putting like I was telling somebody, if you go to a grocery store and you pick up an item out of the grocery store, the more ingredients that you read on the back, that's the worse it is for you.
Yeah.
Why y'all need all that? I saw a Quaker Oats box from the UK, and I saw one from the United States.
Okay.
Same picture on the cover, same Quaker Oats, but the back, the UK ingredients was probably about
smaller,
couple lines.
Couple lines.
They let everything
had a whole list.
I see something there with the cereal, like even like the tricks, the yellow, the green is filled with dyes, and why in other countries it's filled with the dye of strawberries, it's filled with the dye of stuff like that, natural dye, and even water. Like why is all our water in this plastic? Where they were saying the plastic is this.
It seeps into the water.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah, aluminum and all those different things that we use on a daily basis, all that stuff, if it's heated, it's gonna fuse into whatever it is the food is, and then you consume, you put it in your body. So we just got to be more diligent, like Cliche, and just learning what it is we consume.
I had a question for Cliche. Now this is two questions. Do you ever sleep? One.
When I was younger, no.
Yeah, because Cliche, I've noticed you're doing homeschooling.
Yeah.
You still have enough to go back and you have the research to do all that homeschooling. At the same time, doing your album. At the same time, you are the glue behind ARC. At the same time, you community. At the same time, I don't know. An SBC event that I don't see her at. At the same time, you raising the baby.
Want me to tell you what it is? That she ain't never talk.
I ain't never tell.
It's 4 cliches. It ain't just one. She got 3 clones. She got 3 clones running around here. It's 3 cliches out there in the street right now doing something. But no, that's
number one. I always show up for SPC though. They're number one cliche.
I'm glad about the homeschooling. When it comes to homeschool, how's that going? And like for somebody that's trying to do that,
I'm gonna tell you this: when my children were a lot younger, it was a lot easier. It's actually harder now. And it's harder now because my life is different now. The changes in life and their life is different now because they're one of them is a teenager. They're 11 and 13. They'll be 12 and 14. And now you get the attitude and
they coming to their own now.
I have a video. It is so funny. I be recording certain things when I'm teaching them for the purpose of showing them something because I really be want to put them on the spot. Because if you don't know this answer, I'm finna film you now. I'm finna post it to everybody and they gonna see it. So I do that. But you see, when I look back, I laugh at myself because I be so dead serious. And I be like, I don't know what the hell. Nah, you got it wrong. It's wrong. And then you see me, but you want to be smart because it's a lesson. It's more than one lesson being taught. But I promise, I love homeschooling better than public schooling any day for any child, to be honest. Is it easy? No. When they're little, it's easy to, teach them, let us teach them how to read and do stuff like, well, for me, it was easy to do that. My kids grabbed on pretty good. The puberty and growing up part and me have to fuss with them while I'm trying to teach them. And it comes with research. Like you say, I have to go back and teach myself before while I'm teaching them too, because but thank God that I'm a math whiz, so I love math. So they great at that. You know what I'm saying? And we make it fun because I love math. So we like it. So they like it. But in the stuff that I really didn't like too much, and it's so crazy if I tell you what it is, I ain't gonna say I don't just like it too much, but it was and that was writing, and I'm a writer.
Because I
want to write what I want to write. Read your book and write down your stuff. I want to write what I write. So I tried to, knowing that was a part that I really didn't have much interest in of writing all those reports. I try to make sure that I teach my children the structure of the book reports and stuff like that as they go on. But they're real strong. I can tell you in math because I am. So, but I'm kind of in between that right now because I was like, okay, maybe I need to take a little bit off of me after my dad passed and all the stuff I went through. And I was like, because 2 years, my children, I didn't get to full-fledged homeschool. And because I had them ahead, it made them kind of be caught up to where they supposed to be actually. But I felt like it was behind for me. And I was like, I got to get my children together. So all of that was on my brain of, going through the past 3 years. I don't know how to get my children, but in my mind, it's not there to be homeschooling and teaching. And then we were sporadically doing it in and out. It wasn't like I used to have a structure where we did it every day. Certain time, y'all used to see me go live. I was teaching the whole world while I was teaching them. See, I turned one thing into something that was for everybody. And you asked, how do I do all of this stuff? I turned it into it fulfills me to do it, and because I'm a Gemini and I have to multitask, I have to do multiple things because one thing gonna drain me and I get tired of it. And it's like once I master it, okay, what's next? And then I go over here and I figure this out, do some t-shirts, start that company, start a business with it, make money with it. Yeah, do that. Woo. Now I done it. Okay, now what's next? I mastered that. Then I'm one of them people. Yeah, there's too much creativity going on in my brain.
Once you said Gemini, it really is for cliche.
Yeah,
for
you
real.
know what I'm saying? For real, like that's so. Yeah. But one thing I do is everything that I love to do, I learned to turn everything into a business. Yeah. And it's so funny because I have that argument with my daughter today that is 11, and she was like, "Because I'm like, why you don't do this? Because everything that I'm doing, you always try to make me sell it. I'm like, you better sell it. You gonna thank me for this later. She don't understand it now because she getting the money from mama. Right. They gotta go sell what you said you was gonna sell it first, and then you leave me to selling your belly rings, your lemonade, and your hair bowls, and
it's fun for her,
I go get the website.
She quits.
Yeah, did she quit?
Oh, okay.
And then leaves the business to me because I done started people on it. Now that everybody want it, so Zeta, go make some more. Yeah. Go do some more. But she's so talented like me. But what I do is I put everything in front of my children so they can find a gift and find their talents, what they're great at. And what I've observed myself is the thing that they don't even look at like a talent is their greatest gift and their talent. My daughter paints and draws so great, but she does that when she's bored, when she's thinking, when she's mad, when she's sad, and she can draw like a worm. She won that fashion show that Sister Kathleen did at the age of 5. She won the painting, the silent auction, and if you seen the painting that she did, you wouldn't believe that a 5-year-old did it. So I made sure I videoed her painting because I painted one myself too to show them. This case, they say you helped her. No, I did not. I filmed that so everybody can know. Yeah. But I like the children to find themselves. Yeah. I'm going to give it to them. I'm not making them do anything, but I don't also, as a mother, and because I'm an artist and I'm an entrepreneur myself, I don't let you quit just because you the first time. I'm kind of keep it on you until they're like, you keep making me do it. Yeah, I am, because that's what you good at, so you finna do it right now. You better hold that camera some more. Yeah, film me right now.
Because if Joe Jackson ain't make Michael them, we would have never had him.
Michael!
If Richard wouldn't have made Venus and Serena get out there, we would have never had them. If Earl Woods wouldn't have made Tiger get out there, we would have never had them.
They thanking their parents or the people that pushed them to this day. Yeah. So I will push them, and on the outside world, it may look kind of like my daughter like to say abuse. I'm just playing, but she was like, "This is abuse. You're just making me do it." No, you know how to do it. You finna do it. No, we're not gonna start this business and then you just gonna quit just because you want to. Right. But we'll do the other thing you want to do now too. I know it's gonna constantly change. You're just 10, 11, 12 years old, so but I definitely keep the floor open. That's what I love about homeschooling, because it teaches them more than just the books, the basics of math, science, English, reading, and things like that. It teaches them about real life and how to apply real life to it. You know what I'm saying? How to run your own business. Think like that naturally.
What do you do when it's time to teach them socialization? Like socializing with
others. She has always had them. Let me answer this. She always have had them around in the settings to where they got all that socialization. Yeah, no, without a doubt.
Thank you for witnessing that, because I'm finna tell you what I'm going through right now. Yeah. I'm going through the socialization part, like they acting like the other weird children that
didn't get
like they shot. Yeah, it is tripping me out. And Samar's used to be the first one with the microphone on the stage.
Man. Samar's first show was when he was in the belly.
Come on. Samar's got his first award from K-Rino at 3 months old, if I'm not mistaken. I'm 1 month old. Because I always kept my children with me. Yeah. So one of the reasons, because I ain't trust nobody with them, but one of the reasons was so they can be familiar with the surroundings. But then again, I'm looking at it right now that they don't want to come, maybe at this teenage stage, and maybe
that's all it is.
Back around, because now they don't want to come because they've been around this so much. Because I was like, y'all want to come with me to the podcast? And Zeta was like, yeah, I'm a co. And then she ended up, no, I gotta go. They don't want to come out. I'm like, you can't be a hermit just in a house and just be stuck and glued to your phone. Yeah. So, Samaj is still an outside child too. He's still a kid. He still loves to watch his cartoons and stuff like that too. But I definitely see the difference of once they got the phones into their hands, it kind of took them away from, just like everybody else, it took them away from the stuff that I had them doing before they even thought about a phone. They had so much fun being out running at every event. Remember, every show I had, they was on the stage. The children had the dogs on the stage running. The dog get out their hand, they running. I'm just rapping on the stage. I'll never forget the Big Mo tribute thing we had did. I said, look at the children. I always had them children with me on stage because I was like, I can't go nowhere where they can't go.
I think that was one of the coolest things ever, because also what you did, you brought them into community work.
Yes.
And I think that's so important for young children, because a lot of them don't get that at all coming up. So they don't even grasp the concept of just simply handing the bag to somebody that's homeless. They might not understand at the time, but them seeds is getting planted in them.
Yeah.
So when you talk about ARC, like Kisto was just saying, all the work you've done community-wide, even before the creation of ARC, you was doing your thing, you know, with the hustle, hard block explosion, all that. So now we've watched you in the ARC bring artists together. We watched you teach other aspects of community work, like feeding the homeless,
building gardening,
which is super important. Shout out to George and everybody who's been a part of that.
The urban farmer as well.
Oh, no doubt. See, all of those things are, to me, a part of your growth. But growth is not just for the individual. Growth is to help other people grow. You know, so do you ever think about the fact that you have built a lot of leaders and that your work with ARC and all that has, because people leave from us, we don't know what effect something you said at an ARC meeting or something you said on the scene at an event might have had. Do you ever think about that?
Yeah. Because God always bring them back to me.
Yeah.
And then he might bring them back to me 10, 20 years later.
Wow.
And I don't remember.
Right.
And to be honest, do I think about it? Not offhand, because I don't do it looking for kudos. Or I don't do it for somebody to say that Cliche, the one that told me so, you know, for Be King to say that he got a hustle from Candy Red, and then Candy Red come tell you she got a hustle from Cliche. The truth and history will speak for itself.
Come on.
I didn't have to say it. I don't have to say it. And it's just like, even, you know, with artistry and the works that we do, it was a lot of times that I didn't say a lot of stuff, and then other people be like, won't you get up there? You go, you need to. I don't have to do that.
Right.
I don't have to do that. But then again, yes, I do have to tell my own story. Yes, I do have to step up sometimes, but when the time is right, and I just wait on God to move me when it's the time to kind of flex my muscle. Because it's kind of like being Wonder Woman or He-Man. Or He-Man, see, I took y'all way back. He-Man or Mr. T or somebody in the restaurant. When you know you have Superman, when you have the power, you don't just use it just because I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do I know my power?
Right.
Yeah, I do. Do I flex it? Yeah, I do.
Sometimes, you got to.
You feel what I'm saying? I do.
Yeah.
But a wise woman and a wise man know when to use it.
Right.
And when to flex it. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you do what you do and God bless you with that gift and you using that gift, you don't have to go and jump over somebody's back to say, hey, see me or hear me.
Yeah.
Just do what you do.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I do, from the community to the music. I just do me, and I do what's fulfilling to me.
Yeah.
And I do want to add this, because I said this year I just started. I mean, it hit me January. Yeah. I'm talking about just 2 months to even be in the state of mind that I'm in right now. What hit me was I was convicted on some stuff, because God was telling me, who are you? To me, you know, to not use the gift I gave you.
Come on.
And then I was convicted because I thought about it, but God, I used it. I put it over here in ARC and I was using it safely.
Yeah.
And then he said, He said, but the gift that I had given you, he said, it's bigger than what you're trying to confine it into. And I was convicted. I was convicted. This is my own personal, I'm just telling y'all, but this is my own conversation with him, because see, you got to have a relationship with him.
Come on.
See, I know who I am to all of y'all. You know what I mean? But do I know who I am to Allah?
Come on.
And I may think I know who I am, but God keep on showing me who I am. And it's bigger and it's greater than I could ever think of, imagine. Only we keep stopping ourselves from our true full potential in certain stuff.
That's right.
Because God give us that power and that choice to hey, what you gonna do with it? Just because you lost your daddy, Cliche, who told you to stop using your gift?
Yeah.
that I gave you. Because guess what? We all going to have to go that way.
Come on.
So we all live and we all going to die. Everybody's listening. Everybody's watching. I'm not trying to make it sad for anybody. But yeah, this is the truth and this is reality. So in the time that I have that I'm here, what are you doing with it? So yes, we need time to kind of back up so we can get the lessons that I'm getting or to be able to hear Allah talk to us.
Right.
And to do all of that. I was going through so much stuff. I was sitting up here. I'm like, God, why? Everybody, y'all watched it. Y'all seen it. But we ain't going to talk about them, but we can talk about it. Meaning that I done had I got proposed 2 times. After my daddy died, I said, damn, why ain't nobody proposed to me? Before he died, I said, what the hell? I look vulnerable or something around his mouth. So I was here, but what it was, and I was like, God, I'm doing everything that you told me to do because I humbled myself even more humbled than I thought I was humbled. And I humbled myself I just want to hear from you. And I keep saying, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? This is just in December. Y'all don't understand. Come on now. It's real. So somebody can understand what I'm saying. I started asking, what did I do wrong? And God hit me with, who said you did something wrong? I am God. I can do what I choose. Your thoughts are not mine. You're not going to even understand what I'm taking you through and why I'm taking you through it. Right now, to get where you are now, and then there's going to be some more that goes beyond this part. So in my evolution, there was so much I gained. Some things I can share, some things I won't. And one of them is not to be as exposed as I had been in my past because I'm grown up now.
Right.
And yeah, so I'm still me. I'm a social bug. I'm sociable to people, but God just told me he reserving some parts of Clee at this point now, because you used to get straight full throttle raw Clee, And don't get me wrong, you still gonna get the raw Clee, but see, she's so refined now. Ooh, thank you, Allah. Yes, our praises be to Allah, because, oh, baby, this would not be y'all know, everybody that knew me from back then, y'all know what to do when you see me today. But see, then again, yes, it's for me, but it's not only for me. And I'm gonna tell you what a wise man told me. You know who you are. He said, you gotta be in position to get your blessings, Click, because other people count on you getting your blessings for their blessings. Come on. So now our blessings don't just work just for us. And you said that about that, like putting on in the garden, and then other people go off, and then you asked me, did I think about, me probably influencing or creating other leaders in this? Yes, I do. Yeah. But you know what? That's for them and that's their journey. Like, God have me to do what I do. Do I see? Yes, I do. Yeah. I don't have to go and tell them. That's right. They go off and tell somebody else. Yeah. And they mention me. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, you earned that work, and you put in the time to get that. But again, like you say, some things are preparational. Yeah. Some things are preparing. And it's saying like, oh man, that was messed up. But it's prepared. The minister said, even in things that we view as negative. Yes. Yeah. Good is gonna come out. The greater God gonna bring the greater good out of it.
I'm a witness. Yeah. I'm a witness. I'm talking about for me to be in the state of mind, I am full. Yeah. Right now. Yeah. And not just in this moment of just today. I'm gonna say from January. Right. I am full. Yeah. And I mean that. Yeah. I never thought that I would actually be for real happy again. I might smile at you, hey, what's the bird? It's all good. But you can still just see that damp on people with like they ain't really all the way themselves. Yeah. I felt like I was gonna be like that. I felt like I was just I had to learn the new me. I'm still learning the new her. You know what I'm saying? But I like her. I like who she is, who she's becoming, who she's already overcame. I'm loving the trials and tribulations been hard. Yeah. Mm. And I know we all have our own testimonies, our own stories and trials and tribulations we all been through. They're so hard, but when God brings you through, when he brings you through, right, baby, why aren't we sitting in joy? Yes, the world is hard. I used to carry the world on my shoulders. Yeah. I'm telling you, I got a conference that I'm finna get ready to put together for all the women. It's gonna be more kind of like a brunch type conference and whatever. And off the top of my head, it was like a givers type of conference. Those people that are givers all the time because they always the ones that end up hurt. They always want where there's community. I'm gonna hit 3 aspects: the community, your relationship, and your personal self. Because you always feel like you give so much, but you always end up getting the short end of the stick. Always getting up hurt. People use you when you just give. I'm not trying to take nothing from nobody. Why people always do? No, we better build some confidence back up in us and understanding how not to allow our giving be our hindrance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because our giving can be our hindrance because sometimes we're not supposed to be helping some of the people that we
it ain't for everybody. Yeah, it ain't for everybody. That's discernment. That's what you got to look and say, okay, nah.
It's not for everybody. I can't give all my energy.
It's like putting up to the corner store and somebody that genuinely needs some help. You look at him and say, okay, here's $1. But you see homeboy, you know he smoke.
Yeah.
He not finna do right with that $1.
Right.
I can't give you that.
I can't give you.
Not you.
Destroy yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Not on my country.
Right,
I know you might need something to eat. I bring something to eat type thing.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna give you that. And I'm gonna take you back to when you was talking about my children in the community because they do pick it up naturally. Sometimes we be at the red light and they be like, Mama. Like the person sitting there, like I don't see him, and he be like, Mama.
Yeah, like bless his game.
He needs some. He needs some money. Like somebody tell him, I say, baby, look, you can't give money just to everybody. We don't have no money like that. I need gas in my truck right now. You can just give everybody. He was like, but he's hungry. He needs something. I said, I need something. We're gonna be hungry if we give all our money away. Like so
it's in
still kind of have to get it's in them, but
balance.
still gotta teach that balance. And we all had to learn. Still learning that. There's people older than me that still trying to learn that because they so hurt of being such good people and always giving that even these so-called nonprofits and everybody use these people for all of their energy, time, work, money, everything. Oh my God. And then people be so broken because they really was trying to help people and people stole their money and did something else with it.
Preachers, like these churches, organizations that you could all go out Ponzi schemes. It happens on all relationships. It happens on all levels. So the thing is, we go through those things. That should be a learning process because I believe that God is showing us that He's the only constant.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be there when all the other ones fall off. So if you don't learn to lean on me,
that's it.
Don't put all of your all into like we look at the word.
What are you doing? That's right.
Allah, one of the descriptions of Allah is called the all in all.
Mm-hmm.
The all in all. So it's like everything that's in everything is Him.
Mm-hmm.
So if I look at this woman or if a woman looks at this man like, I can't live without it. Like, what you mean you can't live without it? Is you crazy?
Right.
What's wrong with you? So but then you'll go and say God this and God that.
Right.
So
they
how
don't go together.
they don't go together.
Yeah,
so whatever you going through, it's like at the end of the day, okay, this might not be meant for you. This might not be the best for you. But regardless of however you feel at the back end of it, God is only constant. Yeah. He gonna be there when mama gone, daddy gone, the dog die, everybody else, he gonna be there.
That's it. And that was my lesson, because even in myself, a person that is a believer, and I feel like my faith is so strong, and all that. Go ahead to show me is you really getting it right? Cause hey, you feel me? Cause I was dealing with it every time I asked him why, he answered me now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God, why are you? Every time I get super happy, then I start getting scared because something real bad had happened. I'm talking as soon as the same day, and then I'll be like, oh, I feel good. I put my head about this all that now, and then it's like, oh, something bad happened, and I'm like, oh, and then I get back up again. As soon as I get back up again, then somebody else hit me. Oh, such and such dispense. Oh my God. And then I kept saying, God, why is the roller coaster ride? Why is it up and down? And God is saying to me, and He's saying, because I'm God and I'm the creator of it all.
Yeah. And it all belongs to Him.
I'm showing you that I'm in control. And as long as you keep your focus on me, and you're trusting to me, you will see that your focus point is on me and not on the roller coaster ride and the trials and the tribulations and people dying. This is life. I'm the controller. So if I got you and you got me, you okay.
Right.
Because it's going to happen. Right. All of that's life. Right. It's called life. All the things that we experience.
Yeah. And mostly growth come through pain. So once you go through something, you know you're capable of getting with something and you grow from it.
What did the minister say about pain? That's because what did he say? What did he use about pain?
Which part?
Pain, pain. Oh my God. It's at the tip of my tongue and I keep saying it. Pain bring about something.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Joy and pain is sunshine.
It'll come back to me when he said.
Joy and pain is something like sunshine.
That's Frankie Beverly's.
I think I would say it was right there. I hear.
But you know, but also what you said when you saying like sometimes when you at the peak of your happiness, there's something bad having to kind of either bring it down or balance it out. It works in reverse too, because sometimes when you at your lowest, then something happen. Just when you like, I don't know how I'm gonna get this done. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. There's something happen.
I'm gonna tell you, and I just experienced.
Yeah.
That's how I got where I'm in January.
Yeah.
I was in my December. I was drowned.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But guess what? Everybody and all of y'all was online jamming to your girl. My first debut on podcast, and y'all seen me going off. But while that was going on, I wasn't even online. I was drowning.
Yeah.
But to the world, it looked like, oh, Cleo, you know, I'm going off on something. What it said? What's the song I did? With
Can't nobody show more love.
The podcast, the daily podcast, whatever. What I was saying, you were queen. Get off your knees, girl. You were queen. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm just saying, I was doing my thing, and I'm in my moment of that, and that did really, really good. On the Mix by K Water show, on the Daylight Shooters, and I had just did that. Big shout out to K Water, because
shout out to
I did a Christmas show in December with my sisters Cole Rose and Royalty. Shout out to them too as well. And we stopped by the studio, and then I was just sitting there knowing I was kind of been going through stuff. I did my little Christmas show. It was for a charity, doing good once again, keeping it safe, you know. And then Bro was like, you know, he got his platform, so he just started pulling out the camera when we got to the studio.
Gonna put you on blast.
And I was like, oh, wow, you want to do it? Like, send me a song. Come on, you get out. You finna get up out this funk. You finna do this. So I'm like, all right. So I go, I do the I did the thing. I did the swing song. You know, we did that. That was cool. That was fun. I got a lot of views online, a lot of attention when we did that first. It was other people been in my DM asking me to do a lot of stuff, you know, and I'm just not ready to be outside. I'm like, I'm not outside yet, but for my SBC, bro, I'm going to do whatever y'all kind of ask me. You remember SBC 35th?
Yeah.
I didn't give you a yes off the top about performing on that, because I'm like, bro, you seen how I opened up the show. I had to open up the show with where I was at, and I opened it up with positive, because that's how I fucking feel. You know what I mean? That's how I felt. Then I was feeling okay, and then I brought him back to some H-Town, Miss Houston type stuff. Yeah. But it wasn't a yes off the top, because I was just not feeling like myself. But just to say, did that drown December in January hit, then God would just do something and just change everything around before you even know. Oh my God, He's brought me. I've been low, but I fought through him. I was so much as a fighter that I ain't really feel it. But I guess in this time, that low where He had brought me, and then God just showed me His undenying just works in my own life.
That's right.
In my life. You know, I went on a 40-day alkaline fast. And I remember somebody saying, man, you finna do a 40-day alkaline fast and then back doing here Ramadan?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I ain't think about that, but I'm already committed now.
Yeah.
So I'm in. I did no meat. I did straight. Everything was alkaline, no sugars, no nothing. I was juicing. I was plant-based, everything. Learned how to cook a lot of different things, and which I still keeping a lot of that a part of my diet and my regimen. Right. And then I had 2-3 weeks before Ramadan just hit now. Yeah, right. But I lost 13 pounds, and I'm a small chick already. Everybody know that. I was just 13 pounds. I got down to 99
You're
pounds.
Where
and I said, oh my God.
Here she goes.
I was scared. I was like, look, I'm going to have to double up. I say, Ramadan, I say I can get back to eating. I said, but I'm going to have to double up or something to gain some of my weight back. So I'm in 102.
Yeah.
Right now to get back, I'm getting back. But it's coming. But I was like, when you fast, you're going to lose weight. Yeah, but I went in with something that God had before me, and I was like, I'm already counting it done. Yeah. And honestly, I just never received it. And I went into my face and I did it, and I stuck to it.
Yeah.
I did it completely. 40 days, because I went and chopped it up with Dr. Sabi.
Yeah.
And left eye. And then she was explaining how he was like, do it 40 days. Why? Why 40? She was like, I asked him why 40 days. So because Jesus fasted 40 days. And okay. I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's 40. Like for me too. As I'm reading and I'm doing stuff, and I'm like, okay, so I did that. Oh my God. Best decision I could ever made, and God showed and proved it in my life. And I'm just saying, He's real. He's real, but God would bring, He would bring us to our lowest. to show us the control he has to lift us and thrive us. Right now, I made it.
Yeah.
Like, that made it, that when people say, you ain't made it yet, you ain't made it. Hey, let me tell you something. I made it. You don't understand if I tell you, just to be where I am at right now mentally. That mental health is real.
Come on.
And I knew it was serious, but I never experienced it seriously until after my dad passed. Because it affects every part of your life. And if I tell you, I got to give a big shout out to my children, Zayda and Samaj. That's who, they kept me up. That's who fed me. Yeah. When I was going through them years of, didn't think about all the stuff through the years and all this stuff. And then you go through breakups and people want to marry you. Wow, I want to be married right now. I'm grieving. But then I'm saying, I don't want to embarrass you. And then I'm doing the other, okay, maybe I'm talking too much, just transparently. But I'm just saying, but people don't know. But I'm a real person, and nothing against the people that chose to propose to me. But there's a learning lesson also for them. If I can get it, like, I'm not mad at neither one of them. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're learning through life. You know what I'm saying? All of us are. You know what I mean? So I hope they take what they learned through the relationship with me and whatever was God had in that situation, and they grow and they be better from it. And the same for me. I have grown so much and I've learned so much. But I need me.
Yeah. Yeah. I always looked at it like this. I remember I think it was a video you was doing, but I remember I followed you on. So it was one time I think everything that you're saying sort of visualized to me in my mind is that when you went back to your dad's house after the fire, and you went through the ashes, but you found the Bible. Bible was still there
and intact.
Man. So it shows you throughout all of us going crazy around you, this is still here. This is where you This is where you need to be at.
Come on.
Right there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
And it burned. Yeah. And a couple other things that, it burned.
Yeah.
Then I thought was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like my dad had 2 safes. Let me tell y'all some stuff. It had 2 safes that was in there, and I kept saying, everything of his burned. Like, what do I have my dad? Like, everything burned. And I was like, it's something I need to get into this safe. The little old bitty me. I'm going to tell you. One of them God revealed to me. I found his phone book when he had every last one of my numbers since I probably was a teenager in. That it was wet from the fire department putting out the fire, but it wasn't damaged. So I let it dry, and I was able to go through every page. And I had all these phone numbers, and I seen all of my numbers, and just daughter, I'm in the front, I'm in the back. He got all the daughter, I'm the one he gonna call. You know, where he had all my numbers from my first numbers way back. And that was his book. And I was looking through that book, and then I was looking, and then I seen some numbers that looked like it could have been a safe code. And I actually found one of the safes code and got into that one. Yeah. And then the other one, I actually went and broke into the safe. Ask me how I did. I don't know, but my dad is mechanic. He had tools up in there, and I learned how to work them boys like them. And I popped.
Got up in that bar.
Was hammering it with his sledgehammer. I was doing some stuff, and I got into the second one. And the funny thing is, what I found that was in his safe, though.
Your pictures?
Because I didn't have nothing. My daddy cowboy boots.
Oh.
He had them boys
in the safe. Like, y'all ain't getting my boots.
It's time to come out. He gonna have them boots. And he had them in the safe. They had the socks neatly pressed inside to keep them, pressed up. Yeah. And now I still have my daddy boots because I was feel like I didn't have anything of him. Yeah. And I laughed when I seen it. I was like, Yeah. I was like, Daddy, that's what you gonna leave me. Yeah. Leave me your boots.
And that's what's in the safe. That means that was important to him.
That was very important. Yeah. And then we know how he loved his boots. My daddy was country boy.
Right.
My daddy was country boy. I don't think my daddy was born in Centerville, but our family was raised in Centerville, Texas. That's what my dad's side of the family was.
Very familiar.
Yeah, Centerville, Texas. Yes. Yeah. So they gave me a keepsake, something that I wanted to have.
That's dope.
Of him. And then I can say my last viewing of him was him waving to me by.
Yeah.
Like on the side of the street. And I'm like, why my daddy ain't going in the house? He's just gonna wave like an old person in the street. Yeah. Cause he's sarcastic too, so I can make fun of him. He's like waving. I'm like, I ain't going in the house yet. I'm going on the street. I still see him waving. Out my rearview mirror.
Right. Right. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's dope. No,
I remember him waving to me by.
That is dope. Yeah. But, you know, so many lessons we learn. Cause like say, Keisto just put this in my head. When you did the video, it's a form of, I'm assuming, a form of therapy to go back to that spot.
That's why.
And be in the midst of where it's actually happening.
But let me tell you, before I shot the video, I've been at the house every day, all day, all night. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I used to drive through my aunt's backyard because it was the back house that she had. And I'm terrified of rats. And then they have like rats that was in this little storage house that next door, and then by the stuff being burnt down, they was in it. But I didn't even care. I didn't have no kind of fear. It had no lights, no nothing. I had my phone light, and I just be walking around in there kind of like, I was in disbelief. Yeah. So I just be in there and I'm just trying to figure out what happened. I'm still trying to figure it out. My aunt didn't even know. I had to tell her when I did see her. I was like, Aunt, look, you hear somebody in the backyard, that's me. Don't shoot me. Right. Okay, that's me back there. Because I would just go in the backyard and because I'm still like figuring, had to get me together. It just wasn't, and I was like, really like my dad's only child. That's what I'm gonna say because I have another biological brother from my dad. My dad, he came when I called and then he left me out there. So I kind of went through that with one of my cousins, kind of like as my siblings, and then all my family that was mostly like on my dad's side, my brothers from my mom, they were there and they were supportive of me. But the one brother that was biological to me, like I felt like he was left. So in the process of losing your dad, and then you feel like the only sibling from him, and this person is not there for you, didn't come to the service, didn't do all that. That was hard and it's heartbreaking. But see the wisdom that you gain out of all of that. You know what I mean? The family. But I'm still gonna love you, bro. Right. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna love you, and I still show you love when I see you. But do I reach over backwards? No, I don't. Yeah. Right. Because that's whatever that is, that's something that you got to deal with God. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Because you are still supposed to honor thy mother and thy father. And my dad never did anything negative to him. That I seen my dad was helping you fix your cars type stuff right before he died, when you came, so the new stuff I didn't know, and then dealing with the family and people blaming stuff on you, like you trying to steal stuff like insurance money and stuff, that drove me crazy. So imagine it's more than just you losing your dad. It's all this shit. I'm like, man, everybody better leave me the fuck alone, I promise. Right. So the best thing for me to do was take it's to my house. Don't answer this phone or that door, because the closest ones to me, I wasn't even answering. They called. My sister Lisa was like, had to come bam at my door like, did I do something wrong? And I'm like, look, I ain't got no energy for y'all, man. Yeah. And she knows she'll witness and tell you that's my sis. But I tell everybody, I was just being honest. I just felt no. Yeah. Right now.
I'll tell you this.
Fall back.
I'll tell you this. We went through the same thing when my dad passed, right? With my dad's older son. He has 2 sons, me and him, right? But I'm named after him. So I'm the second. And then named right after my dad. So when my dad's funeral came, he didn't want to come for the same kind of fact. Crazy thing happens is, so I'll tell you this, don't let it go too quick, because the crazy thing that happened is about the next year he was dead. Man. My brother, he's gone now. Yeah. And right after that, he put up so much fuss that he didn't want to come here. We was the family that took him away from Jamaica and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. A year later, he gone now. Man.
Yeah. That's why I say now, not that tomorrow isn't promised, the rest of the day isn't promised for any of us. Yeah. So I made a decision too, and I was like, I'm gonna do the best rest of my life. I'm gonna do the best of the rest.
The best of the rest.
Because if today was the rest,
that sounds like a song.
If today was the rest,
right,
I'm gonna live the best of today.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's a choice.
Right.
That's a choice that you have to make for yourself. Because I've been through all the different type of emotions. Don't get me wrong. I've been to different counseling, therapy, grief shares, and they all count. I've done meditation. I've done grounding. I need everything. I built y'all a garden. That was for me too. Right. I need peace. And you got to seek it. You got to create it. You got to go and get it, because it ain't just gonna come to you. And don't forget that there's a devil that roams this earth that will always seek, kill, and destroy. He's doing his job, but are you doing yours? Yeah. And being the believer that you're supposed to be. And that's why God keeps showing us this roller coaster thing emotionally, because he wants you to say, hey, it's me. Like you saying, you're supposed to be focused on me. Why you still worried about all of this? You still trying to handle it yourself, Clee. You're still letting this get to you. And another thing I had to learn was just start doing. This is what I got out of it. If I feel like everybody else don't know how to support me, love me, or care for me right, but if I gave myself back, the energy that I gave to everybody else,
oh man,
then I will be okay.
Oh my gosh.
So I started giving my energy to me.
Right.
Because I wouldn't give my energy to everybody else. Because, they need help. Let me go. But you're not even doing it for yourself.
Come on.
Or the ones, your children that's here in that manner.
Right.
I love my children. I'm there for them. I'm saying, but it made me realize that, no, you're not giving that same energy to yourself and what's right here with you constantly.
Right.
Give that energy to them.
Me time. Yeah. In the same way, if you got a business, financial advisors would tell you one of the things you got to do is pay yourself.
First.
You got to pay yourself in terms of your spiritual, your mental energy and wellness at the same time. So,
yes.
Now on the music side, we're gonna get you out of here on this one. What you got coming? What we looking for? This 2025 is popping.
Hey, I'm still trying to catch up with you, K-Rino, but you keep dropping 5 albums a year, man.
I slowed up a little bit. You know,
I don't know what you call slow, boy.
I'm for the master gas.
Hey, if I tell you, I've been having albums that I've been planning to release like probably over 6 years ago.
Okay.
But life kept happening. Having people stealing your videos. Orbit did it. Yeah, he did it. He stole my shit. And I had to go through suing him and doing that, but it wasn't, and the reason why I'm finna say this is because it ain't that you took my video and did it. It wasn't just a video, man. That was our history. I went back to do Can't Nobody Show More Love, you know what I mean? With Hawk, and Hawk is gone now. So I'm bringing a classic that the people love, because in my era, we didn't have the access to shoot these videos like that back then. And now I'm chilling on the game, and then my people, they got so much faith in me, they willing to go half with me and pay for the video, and we putting energy. So that was my baby that I was putting together, and some of those people that was there not alive today on the footage that he had. Dude, just give me my footage. Have my money back, and I get somebody else to edit. Why are you holding my shit captive? It's a dirty game, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yes, I won on Judge Judy, but then again, I still lost because I don't have that. That was the most valuable part. I wanted my footage. Yeah. I ain't want your little change I paid you, bro.
So that wasn't based around getting the footage back. It was just based around getting financially compensated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
What went into the decision?
Not at first. At first, I just wanted footage, but he wouldn't accept the case or whatever to go on to Judy Justice. So I had to kick it up from paying me $750 and giving me all my footage so I can pay someone else to edit and do it. I had to kick it up and sue him for the full 10. Right. I think that's the max. I sued for the max. It was 10 or 15. So I think it was $10,000. Right. To sue for the max. So when I sue for the max, now that's everything that I put into it. I actually did, at this point, I don't want the footage, but I paid people to come out there. I paid for the setup. I paid for my clothes. I had a stylist that was there, actually, that was doing all the different changes. I paid, my face was $125. Shout out to Stephen Cole Colors. I mean, like, other people's faces, the models that we had there, we paid for radio promotions. We paid for street flavor because we already had a plan, me and Yandy. Shout out to my bro Yandy with Yandy Air Freshener. Yeah, like Yandy had, he was setting up to run, the video and do his whole Yandy show. We had paid for that. For when we finished the album, I should have had, the video. Should have had it within 2 weeks. You never delivered it, but I got to the end of this date, but you still never giving it to me. Now the time coming, I can't get my money. We can't get our money back from D-Solo. For this, we just got to air the show with shit that we didn't even have. You know what I'm saying? With something else. So it hurt us. We did radio commercials to get people to come out to the places that we shot. So we shot on 97. We had commercials on 97 and 9. All that stuff was paid for. That was money that I put into because that was my baby. Yeah. So that was the South Side to bring them to show, like to show the community South Side of, like I did with the single South Park when we shot that video, to show South Park in a good perspective of us having fun in our time, and can't nobody show more love than the South Side, And I just really, man, you go through that in the industry, but I just wasn't even in the headspace, and that was before my day had passed. So dealing with that crap, and that people can just be so dirty, and this is what I do, and then you disrespected the game, acting like, wow, who wants to shoot a video that's over 20 years old? Niggas with history, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga.
Juvenile just shot.
Excuse me if y'all ain't cussing on here, but I mean like Because it's disrespectful to the culture, because it tells me what type of individual that you are, and you really don't even respect the culture. Us down here, you just grabbing all this money from all these little artists that don't know better. You feel me? And you shoot them with one camera and then another camera. That's the truth. I don't like dirty people, man.
Right.
So my truth is gonna be spoken regardless. Hill, Judy Justice, in his face or wherever. But I don't like that. He stole from me.
Gotcha.
He stole from me.
No,
and no.
Yeah.
No, Arby did it. Yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I say I still took a loss on the aspect. However, even though I won the case, and it's still on Judy Justice. I think it's episode 45 if y'all want to check that out. But I don't. My situation be real, so I ain't going to promote off of it. This nigga had other niggas coming to the show that had nothing to do with it. Actually, it was one of them that was my fan. You feel me? But I didn't even realize who he was, when we remember right then until way after. Who the person, bro, this person wasn't even here, ain't had nothing to do with it. But he was asking people to come, you can come and get some publicity on Julius Judy if you come out there with me, or this and that. I'm like, what? Only me and Yandy went because me and Yandy put our money in on this. So you got people to go against me. And what's real, I'm going to tell you this, I ain't going to say his name, but even some of my other people that's in the industry that got names told me that this dude called them.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, would you want to come and do this? And they like, man, cliche, that's my homegirl. I ain't going. Much respect. Just like my girl, Miss Trinity, from the North Side, did when Trey had the beef song with me and all the girls was on the Trinity said, nah, that's my homegirl. She didn't, I'm not getting on that song. That's what the rest of them could have did too, but they didn't. But I'm real talk. That's part of the industry.
Absolutely.
But none of that can't stop what Allah has for you. So I get it. Yes, it makes me mad. Yes, I got to deal with all that came in the industry. Yes, I physically, mentally, and spiritually fought my way through this industry.
Come on.
You gotta have some thick skin in this. Yes, I'm going to stay pretty doing it too. Yes, but I'm not going to let you fuck me.
Come on,
I'm not going to do that. And it's SPC all day. I'm going to represent that to the fullest. And I'm still going to stand on what I believe in this music. I'm still not going to give anybody anything out here just because that's a trend either. So with my music, it's going to be real music when I deliver it, and it's for those who accept it and who receive it. I'm not out here trying to run in competition. I don't look at streams. I don't look at numbers. I don't look at likes. I like who likes. You feel me? So you likely, I like you too.
We don't look at likes, we look at love.
I got one last question. This could be for both of y'all. What did you see in Cliche to bring it into the SPC, and how did you get into the SPC?
Well, I'm going to say this, and I tell people this all the time. We don't have no formal induction process to the Southpaw Code. No, that's not how we roll. Anybody that wasn't there in the beginning that eventually became SPC, they became that just because of how they was moving, with us. So it's like we just morph into each other. That's how it happens. So that's why I get mad when people come to me today. Hey man, I want to join the SPC. I'm like, dude, that ain't how that works. That's not how it works. People that came and got connected to us, it's certain levels of work they put in. It's certain amounts of time they put. It's things that they did. It's aspects of their character that they showed coming around, selfless aspects, and where we say. It just is. Ain't no announcement. Okay, we gonna Friday at 8. We gonna induct Cliche. No, it just is. It became that. So that's what that is.
The conversation went like this. I was interviewing my bro K-Rino at McGregor Park on my Hustle Hard 3 DVD, and then he was talking. I said, "Say, bro, you from SPC? I'm from SPC. You stand for what I stand for. I stand for what you stand for. I say it's only right. It gotta be SPC, baby. You from South Park? I'm from South Park. What's up?" He say, "Well, there it is, like that." And then from then on to just doing the music and actually, I heard of K-Rino through my friend before I ever knew of him, and they would always say, "You need to do a song on K-Rino." Yes, I was like, "Who is K-Rino?" From this minute, I was a teenager at this time.
Who's that guy?
And I never knew. And just to say that we actually came together on our own, not through the person that knew us both. You know what I'm saying? Just it naturally. I guess I grinded my way up enough that I linked up with K-Rino. I was out there, then I ran into who they were saying is, hey.
Because on the Cool Keystone, it's like back in the days when we was like our names were just popping in the street, SPC everywhere. People would just try to put on a hat, put on a shirt just to be part of it. So we would always have these people that just like trying to claim, and it's like, dude, I don't even know you.
I don't even know who you are.
And it's a slap in the face to the people who put in the work. Like, dude, I get it. I respect that you want to be a part of this.
Right,
but
right. Don't work like
you don't just get to just slide in like
too
that.
much sweat, blood, and tears up in this, bro.
Yeah, that's not how it works. You don't just get to like a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we do that you not there when we doing that, and then when it's a show, when it's an interview, then you there, you right there, now sitting there. No, that ain't how it work with us, So we always respected grinders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cliche was a grinder. Yeah. I could think of Sniper came in, was a grinder.
Putting in work, everybody made it happen.
People that came, Justice Allah,
yeah.
that was bosses in their own rights.
Yeah.
We don't bring in people that just like, we don't bring in flunkies.
Yeah.
It's like, you come in as a boss,
and
it's like, okay, we respect your bosshood.
Right.
And we of the same mind.
Right.
Let's get down.
That's all but that's the thing too, I want to say too, because that's what out of any clique that I have been affiliated with, I gotta say SBC, it's the mind. When he said it's the like minds there. At the end of the day, everybody have different lifestyles,
right?
But they're like-minded with the goal and how they think and they love their people. Even the fans, because even the fans at the SPC show, it's a whole different type of fan base than me going to do a different type of show with different artists. Because you got the fans that come, they actually want to hear what you have to say.
Right. Yeah.
They know line for line.
Yeah.
K-Rino.
Yeah.
Or any other artist that's from SPC, because they're coming in for the artistry. They respecting the art. So it's the like mind, even with the fans.
Yeah.
You gotta respect the fans.
Come on.
Because the fans is the ones that's doing it.
Come on.
How we doing what we doing.
Yeah.
The fans are coming in with all kind of artworks and graphs and comic books and all kind of stuff that we ain't never even think we can do down here. That, man, you can't do nothing but respect that as a boss of them. And the cards, boy, DNS brought us our own like baseball cards. We have an SPC that can, if I ain't mistaken, K Water is the only person that has a full deck. Yeah, I told because I was like, how you get a whole deck? Don't worry about how I got the deck. I'm like, okay, I got one card and that's of me. How you get the whole deck? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like things that and that we're respected and loved across the globe.
Come on.
Across the globe, it's different, but it's not just for your music, because it's the like-minded, it's the character. Because you get these people of diverse people, white, black, all different cultures all over the world that relate to the mind of SPC.
And it's generational.
Yes.
So it's like we have supporters that was there in day one. Somebody said, man, I was listening to Gangsta Nip in 91. I was listening to Danger Zone in 95. So you got that group that's around our age. And then you got a whole younger generation, because they brothers was listening to, they daddies was listening to.
And they love it the same way.
And they love it the same way, because they got force fed on when they was in the backseat of cars. And they shouldn't even been listening to them songs when they were that little. So
one of the things I used to always love about SPC is that y'all grew with us. Y'all didn't just stay rapping about the same thing y'all rapping about back in the gap. Y'all grew, you could tell you matured in a wise way. So
man, you gotta understand, bro. It's and I laugh at this here because I ain't in that category, but man, we got grandfathers in the SPC, bro. We got people with grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? So if we still in a mindset that we was in 92, we done all had our issue. We done all banged against each other and had our little problem back in the day. But you got cats that's grandfathers and fathers with grown children. It's like we in a totally different space. And blessed to still be here and still active. 90, I would say about 85% of us is still active. Yeah, no, without a doubt. We still active, still blessed, and all that come from God, and it comes from the fan base, man. Because when if those two let us go, then we done.
Yeah, that's it.
We stay connected to them, they'll stay connected to us. So it is what it is.
I like the way you put that.
Before we shut it down, real quick, give them your social media and information you want to give them.
Well, before I give y'all social media information, I'm finna give y'all my website. Like my brother K-Rino said in one of our ARC meetings, and that's how I ended up getting my website. I don't know if you remember, I think OG Wicked Cricket was still here during that time, because you was like, I think every artist should have a website. I remember when you told me that, and I got my website and been having it ever since, because you got to have a domain for yourself.
Come on.
And that's I love MissMSHouston.net. You get it?
No
I
doubt.
love Houston, but I love MissHouston.net. Or you can also check out my online store at MissHoustonShop.com. Now, social media, y'all can hit me up, Cliche For Real. On Instagram, that's CLCHE, don't add no eyes. The number 4 real. CLCHE, number 4 real. And you can also, I have quite a few Instagrams. You also have Cliche Music. That Instagram just have things that I post with just my music if you want to be updated. But I do have music on my website. My Facebook, it has my real name, LaShavy West, but I also have a Cliche page. I'll be on to find me. I just got on TikTok, and I think I am Miss Houston with the number 8 at the end. MS Houston, the number 8 on TikTok. I just started, so y'all gotta follow me.
Yeah.
And but I'm more so on Instagram.
No doubt.
And y'all go purchase my latest 2 mixtapes on my website. I love MissHouston.net. That's the Houston DJ Rapper Volume 2 and Harriet of the South.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Y'all support. And see, and the reason why I said get a website, like I say, these digital platforms and how they do what they do, we got to have our own home base where people can come straight to the bank. Straight to the bank.
I received that too, and I did that, and I ain't never let it fold.
Okay.
So,
I was gonna say, because we had somebody that also gave this idea to us that with them other digital platforms, they can push pause on that bad.
Yeah, they can shut you down, kick you out. You say the wrong thing. I've been through it. You say the wrong thing about the wrong people,
kick you off.
They will kick you off. So at that point, if that's your only lifeline, you got to have your home base where, okay, well, y'all just come on over here and get it how you get it.
And I also do want to say, finally, this year, I can guarantee y'all, I don't have the date yet, but Miss Houston, the album is dropping this year.
Come on.
Okay?
Come on.
For sure.
That's right. That's
Miss
right.
Houston, the
That's
album.
only right. That's only got to be an album title called Miss Houston.
I gotta go ahead and drop it, man. I gotta go ahead. My people, y'all been waiting, and I really appreciate all of y'all that's out there, the ones that I do know, don't know, and whatnot, and just getting to know your girl right now, though. I really appreciate y'all support on my music. Y'all even just supporting me just through my journey in life that y'all been watching through on social media. Because I'm a realist. I like to connect with other real people. So I see y'all too. I see y'all and I thank y'all. I love y'all, and I'm finna go ahead and give y'all what y'all been asking me.
Yeah, she mean it every word of it. Like you say, one of the greatest. She been ministering through the music for decades now.
I had to record on another show, and she just did a whole ministry about how she felt so bad about this preacher that was looking at you bad when you went to go perform.
I know what you're talking about. That was my first experience trying to do right with the music. You feel me? I'll never forget.
Yeah.
You don't ask me. You paid me to come here and rap at your church, and then you hate rap. I ain't even say nothing bad. I'm rapping my most godless songs I could have written.
I'm behind the camera like,
Well, I had you know what? But it was more God in me than that was in his mind.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
But you have to go through that.
Great. Yeah, that's right.
You gotta go through that so you would know. But what I learned from that was just the distinguishing that really there is no distinguishing from this so-called secular world and
Come on now.
world. So that's what I want to tell you.
There's only a handful that's real like that.
They snakes up in there, and they snakes on this
Come
side.
on.
So you gotta be real with you, and you gotta know how to protect yourself in everything that you're doing, whether you doing community work, whether you're in church mosque, whether you wherever you are. Remember to protect yourself. Don't ever give people that much leeway over you. That's why God is the forefront.
The only reality.
Here. And you just stay there, and you do right by people, and you demand for people to do right by you.
Come on.
That's it, or remove yourself, and that's what I do.
One of the greatest to ever do it, the legend, Miss Houston herself, Cliche. It's your big brother K-Rino.
It's your boy Keystone.
It's the Underground Dialogue Podcast, and we are
out.
And it's your big brother K-Rino. Look, man, the Underground Dialogue website is back in function. We back in motion, man. If y'all want Underground Dialogue Podcast merch, whatever you need, go to undergrounddialogue.com and check us out. And always make sure that every Wednesday night, y'all are checking out the Underground Dialogue Podcast right on YouTube, 9 p.m. Central Time. Yeah! What's
What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. And check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business, you can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I'm proud to announce that I'm a new brand ambassador to this new brand of clothing and shoes called Volage. Y'all make sure that y'all support this. It's already available. Houston-based company, straight out the A's. Look at the quality of the packaging itself. We ain't even got to the shoes yet, man. And this is just one pair of shoes, one design. They got all kinds of dope designs of shoes that you guys can choose from. Go to volage.biz, find your order, find what you want. Wide selection to choose from, male and female items, and I'm proud to be a part of it, man. Community workers, versatile products, Volage, manufactured in Italy. Look at the quality of this box, man. Y'all don't know what it is, man. Catch y'all later on.